Woo! Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to Game Aim Plus, where my aiming is gaming. I'm your host, the boy G, and ooh! We gonna talk about it. Let's talk about it. Alright, in this video, we are gonna talk about 10 characters / racers that could and should cross over into Sonic Racing CrossWorlds for Nintendo Switch 2. Okay. As you can see, you see me with the Sonic and the Pac-Man hat because Pac-Man has been revealed to be crossing over into Sonic Racing CrossWorlds. And also, like Joker, Steve from Minecraft, SpongeBob, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and the Avatar characters. So, that means anybody can cross over into Sonic Racing CrossWorlds, alright? From anywhere. They don't care, alright? Whoever wants to be in the game, they can be in the game. This is basically a Super Smash Bros, but in a racing game that the Sonic team has created, and I'm just really happy that somebody finally made it happen. And guess what? The Sonic team made it happen with Sonic Racing CrossWorlds. So, I already talked about 2 characters that I feel like that could and should come into Sonic Racing CrossWorlds. And I'll bring them up still in this list, also with other 8 characters. So 8 characters, including the 2 that I've already talked about, but in case you haven't seen my past videos, we gonna bring them up again in this one. So, here we go. 10 characters / racers that should be in Sonic Racing CrossWorlds. And we gonna start at the list. I had to write it down because I can't remember all of them. I cannot. Alright, so the first one that I have talked about before already is Batman. Yes, Batman, the Dark Knight, the one, him, the superhero that everybody loves that has no powers, but he's a freaking billionaire. He has money and he can do whatever he wants. He knows martial arts. It's Batman, all right? He has the iconic Batmobile. So he could obviously make it into Sonic CrossWorlds, and oh my god, if that happened, that would be so great. I would love to be able to drive around Gotham City. Yes, Gotham City with Batman, Sonic, SpongeBob, Ninja Turtles, freaking Aang from Avatar, like all these weird characters just mixed and driving around Gotham City. Oh my god. Listen, I would love that so much, man. We're driving around and seeing Joker and Bane and Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy just doing a whole bunch of crazy stuff on the field and on the streets of Gotham as we're driving. Bruh, stop playing with me. What? Batman? Batmobile? Don't get me started. We need this to happen. And of course, Batman with his own little special weapon. Maybe when he grabs the item bubble, whatever, he can throw his batarangs or something, or some smoke bombs, and smoke up the entire field as he's driving so nobody else can see when they're coming. I don't know, but it would be great. He needs his own item. I think they all should. So, alright. Anyways, next character. Alright. Mickey Mouse. Yes, Mickey Mouse. Mickey Mouse? What? Why the heck would you bring Mickey Mouse in here? Why the heck not? It's Mickey Mouse. And Mickey Mouse and Disney have their own racing game, okay? Have you not played the Disney Speedstorm? The free to play download game on every console? Alright, it's an amazing game. It has just about every freaking Disney character in there, and it's amazing. But of course, the main character in it is Mickey Mouse. Mickey Mouse is the face of Disney, so obviously it would be Mickey Mouse that would make it into Sonic Racing CrossWorlds. So yeah, the Disney Speedstorm game is fire. Okay, I played it, I love it, and I love the variety of characters, and Mickey Mouse is cool in there too. So if it was up to me, I'd put somebody else in there. But Mickey Mouse, he the one, he the guy. So let's bring Mickey Mouse in here from the Speedstorm game, and I don't know. Of course, I don't know, maybe we could race around the Disney Castle, all right? The big old Walt Disney Castle from Magic Kingdom. I don't know, maybe that's where we would race around, that whole Magic Kingdom of the Disney World Park. That would be fire. I think I mentioned that in the video, in my Mickey Mouse video. But yeah, oh my god, if we could actually race around the Magic Kingdom in Disney World and racing, you see all the rides and stuff and everything, and no people, because we don't want to hit the people, obviously. But I think that would be really cool, and I don't know what his special item would be from the item bubble thing. I don't know. I got nothing. He would do something super Disney. But anyways, next. All right, the next character, third one. Spider-Man. Yes, Spider-Man. Spider-Man, yes, Spider-Man. Come on. Spider-Man, actually, I think it would be really cool because one, he's Spider-Man, he's Marvel, and he's part of Disney, so Disney could just throw, that's basically 2 Disney characters, technically, you know, but whatever. So, yeah, Spider-Man up in here. He does have a vehicle. He has the spider cycle, whatever, the web cycle, or, you know, whatever, the little motorcycle he uses in certain shows that he's been in. I think he uses them in some video games, definitely in comic books. So he has his own vehicle, you know, the little spider cycle. So, you know, why not bring Spider-Man in here with the little Spider-Man spider cycle motorcycle thing, you know, bring him in the game and give him some shine. And, you know, we could, I don't know, where we would race around. I guess New York City? I guess this is a way for them to bring in New York City into Sonic Racing CrossWorlds. That would be super dope. You know, get to drive around, you know, maybe, you know, you get to see the Daily Bugle and all that. That would be really cool. You know, maybe see some of his enemies up on in the streets and stuff, doing some crazy things. Whatever they want to do, you know, Green Goblin, Scorpion, and anybody else they want to throw up in here that could do some crazy things. You know, the Doc Ock on the streets, whatever. You know, Spider-Man can get, I don't know, maybe just some spider web type of item from the item bubble. I think that would be really cool. Maybe he could just throw some. He's webbing the, like, you know, webbing the floor on the streets. And if you get on that web, obviously you're gonna get stuck. You know, or he can web in front of him and get the person that's in front of him stuck. I think that would be really cool. That would be a great item from the item bubble box thingy, whatever. I don't know what it's called. I gotta find out what the name of these item bubbles in the Sonic Racing game, what are they called? But we're gonna go with the item bubble. So yeah, like a spider web, that would be really cool. Like, oh my god, I think that would be so fire. So yeah, Spider-Man. Alright, next character I would love to see in Sonic Racing CrossWorlds is Crash Bandicoot. Yes, come on, you guys should have expected this. Crash Bandicoot, he has his own kart racing game. The whole, whatever, Crash, Nitro, whatever, racing, whatever. I forget the name of the game. I have the game though. I have it on my Nintendo Switch. It's a cool game. You know, it's fun. You know, I played it. It's actually a really good game. I couldn't get into it as much as I could, like any other kart game. I don't know. I think I couldn't see it that good. Like, my eyes are horrible. I'll play more of it though. You know, get my feet wet. You know, a little bit more in the whole Crash Bandicoot Nitro racing thing. You know, I gotta try it out. You know, but yeah, definitely Crash Bandicoot. Bring him in the game. I don't see why not. He's an iconic gaming character, like, forever, and he has his own kart game. And you might as well have Sonic crossover into his world, okay? I don't know what the name of his world is, but it goes a lot of, like, I don't know what his world is. I don't know the name of the Crash Bandicoot world. Whatever his main world thing is, we can go into there, you know, and drive into that. You know, I don't know what his weapon will be. Like I said, you know, or actually, no, it would be really cool if they added the following firecracker rockets that I remember that from the Crash Bandicoot Nitro Racing game. It's like these 3 they're rocket firecrackers that they follow and they explode and then fire. That would be dope. So maybe that should be like his little special item he brings with him in his little Crash Bandicoot world, whatever. All right. So that would be dope. You know. And it's owned by Activision now. I mean, it's always been owned by Activision, and Microsoft, they own Activision. So I'm pretty sure they won't mind putting Crash Bandicoot in here because they already put in Steve from Minecraft in Sonic CrossWorlds. So it should be super easy to get Crash Bandicoot in there because they're not owned by Sony or PlayStation or anything. They're owned by Xbox and Microsoft. So that's an easy put in, you know, why not? You know, you're already working with Microsoft, bring another Microsoft Activision character in here. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, Crash Bandicoot. You can't go wrong with him. It just makes sense too. I don't know how he didn't get in here yet. But let me see. Next character. Alright. Don't judge me, don't laugh. Hello Kitty. Yes, Hello Kitty. Oh my god, Hello Kitty, yes, that would be so awesome. Yeah, I know the girls would love Hello Kitty. But yeah, Hello Kitty. Hello Kitty actually has her own little kart racing game. I think it's called like Hello Kitty Cruisers or something like that. Cruisers, Kart Cruisers, whatever. I don't know, but I know it's on, I believe it's on the Wii U, and it did get ported to the Nintendo Switch. So it is on the Nintendo Switch. It's on there. I've seen the gameplay, I've seen the guy. It doesn't look like a really good game, but, you know, I don't really care. It's Hello Kitty. Hello Kitty is super popular. She already has her own kart game. So why wouldn't you want to put a extremely huge popular character like Hello Kitty in Sonic CrossWorlds? Or what? That would be so, it would be hilarious. And it would bring a crazy audience into the whole Sonic universe, period. you know, because now you get to cross into Hello Kitty's world. I don't know what her world or her track would be. A super cutesy place, you know, maybe for that little Hello Kitty Island game or whatever, Paradise theme. I don't know. And I don't know what Hello Kitty would, her weapon, I don't know. Maybe she's just gonna throw cupcakes at people. That'll be her weapon or her item from the item bubble in the Sonic Racing. Like, I don't know. She gets cupcakes and she throws them at people and they splat on their screen and now they can't see or something, or slows them down. I don't know. I don't care. Just bring Hello Kitty, some cupcakes, and throw her in the game in a little pretty little car, and you know, it's Hello Kitty. You know, it's like, and it's not even like mind blowing. Like, oh, well, they can't do that. Yes, they can. They're bringing SpongeBob. When they brought SpongeBob into Sonic Racing CrossWorlds, they opened the floodgates to any character we would love to see that races or has been in a kart or just something similar to it that should just be in Sonic Racing CrossWorlds. So yeah, Hello Kitty. I said what I said. You don't like it? Stop watching, but keep watching because I need the views. But yeah. Next character. All right. Here's another weird one. Okay, Homer Simpson. Yes, Homer Simpson. I know you probably think I'm weird for this, but Homer Simpson has been in multiple little car games. You know, one, he had the Simpsons hit and run game back in the day. It was on GameCube and I believe other consoles like PlayStation and stuff. And he also had the Simpsons Road Rage. So that's another kind of car game. And I don't know those games that much. You know what I'm saying? But I played a little bit of the hit and run and I see my son play it. I don't think I've really played Road Rage, but either way. All right, Homer Simpson, he's been in the car, he's been racing, he's been doing some crazy things. So why not throw him in here as well? Throw him in the game as a racer in his little regular car. Like, I just think that would be super dope. And, I believe the Simpsons are also owned by Disney as well. So, already talking about Mickey Mouse and Spider-Man. So, you know what I mean? Hey, here we go. Now, Homer Simpson. So technically Disney would have 3 characters in here. So I don't see why not. Disney owns, I believe they own, the Simpsons because it was owned by Fox and now they own Fox and the whole craziness, but yeah, so we're gonna do that. So Homer Simpson and then wherever their town, was it Springfield? Is it Springfield? I could be wrong, but maybe we could race around their town of Springfield if that's what it's called. I forget. It's been a long time since I've watched The Simpsons, but yeah, if it's Springfield, we're gonna race around Springfield and whatchamacallit, I don't know, maybe his item in the bubble could be donuts. Maybe he'll throw donuts at people or something and get them stuck, or it'll just hit them and do damage, and I don't know, it'll do something super donutty. I wouldn't say bring in the Duff because that's beer and that'd be weird, and I don't think they want to put that in a Sonic game, so no Duff. Because that'd have been cool if they could throw Duff on the field and people they're sliding all over the place off the Duff beer, but they're not gonna do that. So we're gonna go with donuts. We're gonna go with the donuts. That'll be his weapon, his item, and whatever. So yeah, Homer Simpson. I don't see why not. Let's get weird with it. We're getting weird. They put SpongeBob. It's already weird. All right. Next. Okay. Here's a unique one. All right. And here we go. Jak and Daxter. Yes. If you don't know who Jak and Daxter are, okay, they are owned by Sony and PlayStation. Okay. Jak and Daxter. I love the Jak and Daxter games. Okay. But they actually have their own racing game, and it's called Jak X. Let me see, I think like battle racing or something. I don't know, combat racing, combat battle, whatever. It's called Jak X, all right? And it's a racing game, and they have it, and it's actually a really cool racing game. I've seen it, and I never got a chance to play it, but I've seen a lot of gameplay, and I watched a lot of like videos about the game, and I'm mad I never even got the game, but either way, all right, Jak X, Jak and Daxter, put them both in the car, because they have their own car, obviously, so bring them in the game, and I don't know. I guess you can. I don't know what level it would take. Maybe they'll take it from the original game, the first Jak and Daxter game. I forget the name of their land, but we could drive around that or whatever, and they could get weapon. I don't know what their weapon would be. Maybe just like a rocket or something, like a bunch of rockets they get to shoot or something. They gonna work it out. Okay, I'm just the guy talking about characters that I feel like that should be in Sonic Racing CrossWorlds. But Jak and Daxter, definitely. I don't see why not. Let's keep bringing a bunch of weird characters in there, and it'll be a way for Sony and PlayStation to get into the action. All right. So, Jak and Daxter is the way to go, I guess, right? Let me see. Okay, next character. All right, Garfield. Yes, Garfield. And no, it's not weird. All right, Garfield, the lasagna-loving big fat kitty cat. All right, Garfield. He actually has his own kart game. He actually has 2. All right, he might have another one that I don't even know about, but. Garfield, okay, I think he just came out with a new kart game, or he's about to, but the Garfield Kart 2. So yeah, look, listen, bring Garfield. All right, I don't see why not. Okay, you throw Garfield in the game. I think that'd be super fire. Okay, he's an iconic character of just cartoons and just of anything. Everybody, a lot of people know who Garfield is. He has his movies. He has everything. Okay, he has games, he has shows, and he has movies. So Garfield is obviously a great choice for Sonic Racing CrossWorlds. All right, you throw him in here. You know, I don't know where you drive around this house. Maybe I don't know. Y'all shrink up. I don't know what level you would have for Garfield. You know, but it'd be dope regardless. His weapon that would come in the little item bubble, you know, that he could use would be lasagna. Okay, maybe he gets, you know, a lasagna. He could keep eating it. Like you keep pressing the button to use it, and he gets like a mad boost. You know, like kind of like the golden mushroom in Mario Kart. You know, so like the golden mushroom in Mario Kart, it's the same thing with the lasagna. He keeps biting and eating it until it's gone, and he keeps getting a boost in his cart that just sends him flying. So that'd be super dope. I would like that, and it's Garfield. He has Garfield Kart too. It's out, or it's about to be out. But go play it and put him in Sonic Racing CrossWorlds. All right, next character. Okay, here we go. Bugs Bunny. Yes, Bugs Bunny, the Looney Tune. All right, the main #1 Looney Tune of all the Looney Tunes. All right, this might seem weird to you, but it actually is not, because the Looney Tunes actually had their own little kart kind of space racing game. And it was called Looney Tunes Space Race, right? And they actually have Bugs Bunny in there, you know, Daffy Duck, all the characters, you know what I'm saying? The Wile E. Coyote, they're all in there. All the Looney Tunes, they're up in the game, okay? And then, you know, actually, you know, Bugs Bunny, he rides on like a rocket carrot. So, you know, obviously bring that in the game. That's what he would ride on and drive in Sonic Racing CrossWorlds. Put him on the carrot, and then yeah, I don't know. I guess you would drive around all around Toon World or Toontown or Toon World, whatever their Toonish world that they have. That's where we would drive around. That would be Bugs Bunny's level that we would cross over into. You know what I'm saying? And then I don't know what could be his weapon. I guess maybe he could throw his weapon in the item bubble. Could be carrots. You know, he gets a bunch of carrots and he can throw them at people. I don't know. Just a projectile. Just throwing them at people, and I think that would be just hilarious. What up, Doc? You know, all up in his little rocket carrot. So, yeah, they actually, the Looney Tunes Space Race. What was it on? I think it was like Game Boy Advance or something, or it was on something. I think I want to say Game Boy Advance. I could be wrong though, but either way, he had his own kart game, racing game. So Bugs Bunny can make it in here, and you know, why not throw him in? He's Bugs Bunny. Everybody loves Bugs Bunny, and everybody loves Looney Tunes. So let's get really loony and bring him into the game. Let's cross him over. You feel me? But okay. Here we go. The number 10th character, the 10-1, the last one, and it is Rayman. Yes, Rayman. Come on, Rayman from Ubisoft. All right, the character that has no arms and no legs. He just has his head, a body, a foot, and a hand. That's it. He's weird, I know. But believe it or not, Rayman actually had his own little kart game. It was only like a mobile game. I believe it didn't do that good. It didn't really get anywhere. It was kind of trash. But nevertheless, it doesn't matter. He's Rayman. He's iconic. We know him. He had a kart game. So that makes him qualified to be in Sonic Racing CrossWorlds. So yeah, Rayman. Come on. I don't see why not. You know, he's another iconic character, and he can be right there beside Pac-Man with Sonic, of these other iconic characters. And what's up? I would love it. I think it would be good to like rejuvenate him, resurrect him from that whole failure of the whole Rayman kart game. That was a mobile game. I don't know what happened with it. I never played it. That's when I found out about it, when I was looking for kart racers. And I found that, and I was like, oh snap, I didn't even know Rayman had a kart game. Well, I guess he did. So yeah, Rayman, and of course, obviously, his level or track would be wherever you crossword into his little jungle level thing that he's always playing in all his games, whatever. We're gonna cross over into that world, maybe we're gonna see the little crazy rabbits all over the place. I don't know, but Rayman will be cool, iconic, and I don't know what would his weapon be? Like out of the item bubble. I don't know. Maybe he just throws his hands at people, or his little foot. I don't know. Y'all know something about Rayman more than I do. I can't really think of nothing right now. But if you got something for Rayman that'll come out of the bubble box item thing, you let me know. But yeah, he'll have his own track, own little weapon that he uses for himself, own little car. And yeah, Rayman, baby. So those those are the 10 characters that I got and that I feel like should be and should cross over into Sonic Racing CrossWorlds. Oh, you didn't mention any Nintendo characters, because we know Nintendo ain't gonna let none of their characters cross over into Sonic Racing CrossWorlds. Even though I wish, because that would be fire to see like Mario or Kirby or Pikachu or somebody to jump up and pop up in the Sonic Racing CrossWorlds. Like, that would be fire. You know, and Sonic gets to cross over into their world. What? Into the Mushroom Kingdom, or into Hyrule for Link, or crossover into Pallet Town with Pokemon. Like, that would be fire. But Nintendo ain't gonna let that happen unless they do their own. You know how they do. Or if you purchase Sonic Racing CrossWorlds on the Switch and Switch 2, you get special DLC, special character that you pay like $30 for. You pay for the track, and you pay for the character, and you get it. But you can only play on the Nintendo Switch. You know how they do. But yeah, that'll give you like some incentive, I guess, to go play it on Nintendo. But yeah, so that's why I didn't mention any Nintendo characters, in case y'all were all wondering. But yeah, those are the 10 characters. I think it would be dope, and oh, that would be it would be so great. It would be so great, and that'll open a door for a whole bunch of other people, other characters, and fans, and people that would want to play this game. I'm telling you, Sonic Racing CrossWorlds, this could be a thing that could keep going. It could be the Super Smash Bros. Of racing. Come on, Sonic Team, you got something here. Sega, you got something. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going, baby. But yeah, okay, I'm done. That's all I got, guys, okay? You guys let me know how you felt about this video, how you felt about my 10 characters, and is there a character that you would love to see come and cross over into Sonic Racing CrossWorlds? Please, whatever character you want, put in the comments, talk to your boy, and let's chitty chat. But yeah, there you go, guys. Game Aim Plus, please subscribe, click that little bell button, that way every time I upload a new video, it'll pop up on your phone like, you feel me, dog? You feel me? But yeah, y'all have a great morning, afternoon, night, whatever it is, wherever you're at. And I'll catch you in the next one. Booyah!